satisfaction. Do you have? Most of us are not satisfied the way the things are happening in our life. We are unhappy with the work we are doing. We are unhappy with the studies which we are doing. We are unhappy with our partners. We are unhappy the way our life we are leading. Do you want to know answers to these questions? Why you are not satisfied? What leads to dissatisfaction? And how can we achieve satisfaction? This is not a philosophical podcast. This is practical podcast. I am not going to discuss anything superficial in nature. I am not going to talk about the unuseful philosophy. This is a very practical approach to get or attain or achieve satisfaction in our lives. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel Swamy Vijay, and this is Swamy Vijay is with a new podcast with a brand new topic, satisfaction. Most of us are not satisfied with our lives. Let us understand what is satisfaction. Satisfaction refers to the feeling of contentment or fulfillment that one experiences when their desires, expectations, or needs are met. It can be applied to various aspects of life, such as work, relationships, hobbies, and personal goals. And of course, satisfaction is subjective and varies from person to person. One person may feel very satisfied, happy if they have a lot of money. Some other person feels a lot of satisfaction when they serve back to people or society. So it is very ambiguous to understand, to come to a conclusion what satisfies us. So in general, what may satisfy one person may not satisfy other. It is also temporary and can fluctuate based on circumstances and experiences. For example, if you have a nice meal with a lot of variety of dishes or varieties, you feel satisfied. That is just for a moment. Again, when you feel hunger or hungry, then again you want a variety of meal. So satisfaction is also temporary. And satisfaction is often associated with positive emotions such as happiness, joy, and gratitude. When people feel satisfied, they tend to have a sense of well-being and positive self-image. That means those people who attain satisfaction, who are satisfied in their life, they have positive self-image. And most of us, we don't have that positive self-image because we are unsatisfied souls or we are dissatisfied souls. 99.99% we are not satisfied with our life. We are not satisfied with our work. We are not satisfied with our jobs. We are not satisfied with the people in our life. We are not satisfied with our spouse. We are not satisfied with our friends. We are not satisfied in all walks of life. So if you want to have a happy and meaningful life, then we should find how can we achieve satisfaction in our life. So to identify or to get that satisfaction, first we need to identify what are the reasons reasons for our dissatisfaction. So there are so many reasons and there are so many ways triggers dissatisfaction. So first let us identify what are the ways, in which ways we are getting dissatisfied and what are the triggering factors leads us to dissatisfy. First one, unfulfilled expectations. So when your expectations are too high and you don't have the talent and capacity to fulfill your expectations, that leads to dissatisfaction. This can happen in various areas of life such as relationships, careers, or personal goals. And if you are a student, if you have high expectations and if you don't achieve, you will lead a dissatisfied life throughout your life. Relationships, of course, everybody knows if you enter into a relationship with high expectations and when your partner won't meet, then your life is filled with expectations. And another area which leads a lot of dissatisfaction is your job. If you are not happy with your job, if you are not satisfied with your job, then lifelong, at least 30 years of your life, you lead dissatisfaction. So that is the reason unfulfilled expectations are is one of the reasons for our dissatisfaction. So it's up to you. If you don't have a realistic expectations, if you don't have realistic goals, then that leads to a lot of dissatisfaction in your life. Second reason which triggers our dissatisfaction in our life is, what makes us not satisfied in our life is comparing ourselves to others. When we compare ourselves to others, we can feel inadequate or like we are not measuring up. Social media can exaggerate and exacerbate this feeling, as we tend to see only the highlights of others people's life. Most of us today, we are feeling unhappiness, we are dissatisfied because we are always in social media. We compare ourselves with the people who are living that kind of luxurious life in social media, what they project, and that leads to dissatisfaction. So don't comparing ourselves is one of the reasons for our dissatisfaction. Third one is lack of control. Feeling like we have no control over a situation or outcome can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction and frustration. You expected something, you wanted to do something in your life, and when things go out of your control, and when you feel powerless, when you feel you can't do anything in that situation, you don't have complete control over the situation, that leads to dissatisfaction. You want to be boss of your life, you want to lead your life according to your own expectations, but you don't have control over your life. Somebody else is controlling your life. So that leads to dissatisfaction. So unfulfilled expectations, comparing ourselves to others, and lack of control creates dissatisfaction. Of course, there are few more points are there, few more reasons are there, like feeling stuck. If you have no development, growth in your career, that also leads to dissatisfaction. And unresolved conflicts, like when we engage in conflicts with others or within ourselves, can lead to ongoing feelings of dissatisfaction, and it leads to stress. There are two things I find more important which creates a lot of dissatisfaction in our life. Is first one is, according to my point of view, negative self-talk. When you engage in negative self-talk, you start believing that you are not capable, you are not worthy, and if you are always engaged with yourself in that negative talk, it can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction. So don't talk to yourself in a negative manner. Praise yourself, motivate yourself. Don't ever try to give negative suggestions to your mind. Understand this. Negative self-talk creates a lot of dissatisfaction. And the last one, according to me, one of the most important reasons for our dissatisfaction in our life, other than unfulfilled expectations, comparing yourself to others, lack of control, feeling stuck, negative self-talk, unresolved conflicts, the last one is lack of purpose in our life. Feeling like we don't have any sense or purpose or meaning in our lives can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction and aimless. So if you don't have any purpose in your life, if you don't find meaning in your actions, whatever you are doing from morning to evening, dawn to dusk, if you think those have no purpose and meaningless, that leads to a lot of dissatisfaction in our life. So these are the triggering factors which creates a lot of dissatisfaction, which makes us not to feel satisfied in our life or satisfaction in our lives. So now the thing is, how can we make and keep ourselves satisfied? And it is not possible to keep ourselves always satisfied, but at least you can try these tips, you can follow these things, and you can make yourself and you can make your life, you feel happy and satisfied in your life. See, I understand that you may not feel very satisfied always, but it's okay. That never happens. You can't feel happy throughout your life, in all walks of life, in all the areas. But at least sometimes, and it is important to acknowledge and address these feelings and try to follow these tips which may help you to find more satisfaction in your life. First one, practice mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness can help you to be more present in the moment, reduce stress and anxiety, and increases overall satisfaction. So to practice mindfulness, you have to try meditation, yoga, or other mindful practices which keeps you to live in the present. So if you always think about the past, or if you always think about the future, then you can't live with a satisfaction. You can't lead a satisfactory life. So practice mindfulness. Second tip, try something new. See, routine monotony kills our life and it leads to dissatisfaction. So try something new. Can help you discover new passions and interests and bring a sense of excitement and fulfillment to your life. See, consider taking up a new hobby or trying a new type of food or exploring a new place. Travel, it creates a lot of satisfaction. It brings a lot of satisfaction in your life. The third tip is connect with others. See, whether you are not connecting with others, where you are keeping yourself aloof from this major part of the society. So building and maintaining positive relationships with others can provide a sense of belonging and support. So consider joining a charity, consider joining a club which shares your interest, or attending social events to meet new people, like-minded people. Then focus on the positive side of your personality. As I told you, negative self-talk brings a lot of dissatisfaction. So focus on the positive qualities, positive traits, your strengths in your personality. Focus on what you have, and expressing gratitude for the good things in your life can increase happiness and satisfaction. See, if you try to think about the positive traits and positive qualities and aspects of your life, you will definitely find many qualities in your life, many positive qualities in your life, and keep on expressing those self to you. Talk to yourself what positive things you have in your life, what positive qualities you have in your character and personality. And last but the most important, find meaning and purpose. Finding meaning and purpose in your life can increase overall satisfaction. Consider volunteering or contributing to cause you care about, or setting goals that align with your values and priorities. See, it's very difficult to find meaning and purpose in our life, but if you find meaning in your life, and if you find purpose of your existence, and if you can involve yourself in those things, once you identify what is your purpose and what gives meaning for your meaningless life, and if you involve in those works like doing charity work, helping others, serving society, giving back, I mean to say, that gives lots and lots of satisfaction in your life. See, by practicing mindfulness, by trying something new, by connecting with others, by focusing on negative talk, and most important, finding meaning and purpose in your life, gives you a lot of satisfaction. If you try on thinking why I'm not happy, what gives me dissatisfaction, you will definitely come to this point, how to make yourself satisfied. So all these tips may be helpful for you to create satisfaction in your life. If you are satisfied, the benefit is you lead a happy life. Not only you can make others also identify the dissatisfaction, areas of dissatisfaction, and they can become satisfied like you. So remember that finding satisfaction in life is a journey, and it may take time and effort to discover what brings you fulfillment. Be kind to yourself. Don't be very harsh. Most of us know we self-abuse. We scold ourselves because of our failures, because of so many things in our life. Please stop doing that. Don't go with self-abuse. Don't be very harsh on yourself. Be kind to yourself and keep taking small steps towards greater satisfaction. See, if you are satisfied, not only you will be happy, you will make people around you also happy. Help out those people who are not happy, who are not satisfied with their lives. So that brings to the end of this podcast. Thanks for tuning to my podcast, watching this video. I'll be back with a new video every day at 21 hours Indian Standard Time. Keep watching my podcast, and if you want to suggest me any new topics, or if you want to leave comments, or if you want to help me creating this podcast more interesting, then please hit the subscribe button, please hit that like, and help me to find out what you exactly want and what are topics you want me to create podcast in future. So I'll meet you again tomorrow exactly at 21 hours Indian Standard Time. Till then, take care. Bye bye.